Welcome to this educational deep dive into MS-13, one of the world's most feared transnational criminal gangs. This video condemns all gang violence and criminal activity. Our goal is to understand the social, economic, and historical factors behind gang recruitment so communities can better prevent it. Today, we're exploring the rise of MS-13, the lesser-known roles female members sometimes play, and how law enforcement and communities are working to stop the cycle of violence. MS-13, short for Mara Salvatrucha, was formed in Los Angeles during the 1980s by Salvadoran immigrants fleeing the Salvadoran Civil War. Originally, many young immigrants joined together for protection against other violent street gangs in neighborhoods like Pico Union, Rampart, and Westlake. Over time, the organization evolved into a major transnational criminal network operating across the United States and Central America. Today, authorities estimate the gang has thousands of members in the United States and tens of thousands worldwide. MS-13 operates through smaller local groups known as cliques, which often function semi-independently while maintaining ties to regional leadership structures. The gang became more international after large numbers of members were deported from the United States to Central America during the 1990s. Law enforcement agencies say those deportations helped spread gang culture throughout El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. Women are believed to make up a minority of MS-13 membership, but researchers and law enforcement reports indicate they sometimes play supporting operational roles. These may include communication, transportation, recruitment assistance, storing weapons or money, and helping maintain connections between members. Experts studying gang recruitment say many vulnerable youths are drawn in through social pressure, unstable homes, poverty, trauma, or the search for identity and protection. In some cases, gang involvement runs through families or neighborhoods where criminal groups already have influence. Community organizations and criminologists emphasize that prevention starts early. Access to education, mentorship programs, counseling, sports, employment opportunities, and stable family support systems are all linked to lower gang recruitment rates. Over the years, MS-13 has been connected to numerous violent crimes that shocked communities across the United States. In Long Island, New York, multiple killings involving teenagers between 2016 and 2017 brought national attention to the gang's presence in suburban communities. Federal prosecutors described cases where victims were lured into isolated areas before being attacked. Several convictions followed lengthy investigations involving the FBI and local police departments. Northern Virginia also became a major focus for federal anti-gang operations after MS-13 expanded there during the 1990s. Investigators reported that some local cliques targeted students for recruitment in schools and neighborhoods. In California, federal racketeering cases uncovered allegations involving murders, extortion, drug trafficking, and organized clique structures tied to MS-13 operations in Los Angeles. Prosecutors described how some cliques attempted to strengthen their reputation through extreme violence. Authorities say extortion remains one of the gang's major income sources. Small business owners in immigrant communities are sometimes threatened into paying weekly taxes, known as renta. Law enforcement officials argue that this damages entire neighborhoods by weakening local businesses and increasing fear within communities. Federal prosecutors increasingly use the RICO Act, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, to charge entire criminal networks instead of isolated individuals. These cases often target gang leadership, financial operations, and interstate coordination. Investigators also track international money transfers connected to gang operations. According to DOJ and federal intelligence reports, some cliques send portions of criminal profits back to leadership structures in Central America. Law enforcement agencies have also investigated allegations involving money laundering, document fraud, and identity crimes linked to criminal associates. These operations sometimes use fake businesses or forged documents to hide illegal activity. In recent years, the U.S. government expanded efforts targeting transnational gangs. In 2025, MS-13 was formally designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the United States government, allowing additional sanctions and enforcement measures against international financial and criminal networks tied to the gang. But despite the violence and fear associated with gangs, experts consistently point to one important truth: prevention works. Former gang members who leave criminal life often describe years of trauma, fear, imprisonment, addiction, or emotional damage. Many struggle to rebuild their lives due to criminal records, limited education, or visible gang tattoos. Programs focused on rehabilitation have shown positive results. These include tattoo removal initiatives, job training, therapy, youth mentorship, violence interruption programs, and support groups helping former members reintegrate into society. Organizations in both the United States and Central America have worked to reduce gang recruitment by investing in schools, mental health services, family counseling, and community outreach programs. Researchers say communities with stronger support systems often experience lower rates of gang violence over time. The most important part of the MS-13 story is not the gang itself. It's the people resisting it. It's the teachers mentoring vulnerable students, the parents trying to keep families safe, the survivors speaking out after tragedy, the business owners refusing intimidation, and the former members choosing to rebuild their lives instead of continuing the cycle. Law enforcement can disrupt criminal organizations from the top down, but lasting change happens from the ground up, in homes, schools, neighborhoods, and communities willing to invest in young people before gangs ever reach them. Knowledge is one of the strongest tools for prevention. By understanding how gangs grow, recruit, and exploit vulnerable communities, people are better equipped to stop that cycle before it starts. What changes do you think would help reduce gang violence in vulnerable communities? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments and continue the conversation around prevention, education, and community support. Here are a few ideas to get the discussion started. More funding for after-school programs, mentorship, and youth sports. Expanded job training and employment opportunities for at-risk teens and young adults. Better access to mental health services, trauma counseling, and family support. Safe community spaces where young people can gather positively. School programs that teach conflict resolution, life skills, and gang awareness. Support for former gang members trying to rebuild their lives through tattoo removal, education, and rehabilitation. Your voice matters. Let's work together to build safer, stronger communities. If you found this educational deep dive valuable, hit the like button and subscribe to Zitty Shadow for more documentaries and breakdowns exploring the social forces shaping our world. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and stay committed to prevention, education, and community support.